Okay, welcome to part 3. I have found that the last 2 parts were really long, like really long, and I didn't get through as much as I wanted to in that length of time. And part of that I think is because I'm nervous about doing 2 things at once, which is organizing and trying to come up with a new way of organizing my fragrances, and then also trying to part with certain fragrances, which is hard for me to do. So I kind of feel pulled in 2 directions sometimes while I'm doing this. So I'm going to try to just go with the flow and not think about it too much, knowing that I can always change my mind later on. Yeah, let's see how that goes. But I still have a lot to go through, and I would like to get through all of this table and then actually start opening some of the boxes that I have. Yeah, because I'm sick of seeing these same fragrances on the table that I've not been dealt with. And I really want to just have an organized collection again. Some of the fragrances that are in these boxes, like I have not seen them in months, many months. I miss them. And also I just want to know, I want to get on with this for myself in my life. Like I want to have a more organized collection now and know what I'm doing. So at the very beginning, when I started this declutter pile, not declutter, but like maybe pile, after that, I was like, wait, some of these I don't think I'm going to declutter. And that's fine, you know, and some of the ones that maybe I put away here, maybe I eventually will, or like I feel similarly to some of these maybe as I do in that maybe pile. But for now, that was not my inclination. My inclination was not to get rid of them, was not to put them in the maybe pile. So I'm trying not to overthink it. And, you know, some days you feel more ruthless than others. I'm trying not to overthink it. Let's just get into it. I really want to clear this whole table. Let's start with Burberry Brit EDT, which a couple of you said you really love. And this is not my favorite fragrance, but it's definitely not a not favorite. It's not definitely not something I dislike. I do like this fragrance. I discovered this late in life, okay? Like this is not something that I've been wearing for many years since it came out, which I think is part of the reason that some people are so attached to it. This is not something that I've had for a very long time. It's a sweet, powdery, very almond forward scent. Nutty, but there is something kind of fresh about it and a little bit soapy about it as well. And I like it for that reason. It is comforting, but it's not totally, what was I going to say? There's an aspect to it that's kind of like fresh, like a fresh kind of powderiness. It's not quite in that super cozy vanilla almond sort of territory to me. I don't know if it's because when it came out, the perception of this was that it was more of that thick gourmand sort of type of fragrance. This is the EDT though, so I've never smelled the EDP. Maybe that one is more like that. But this one is honestly more of like a clean out of the shower powdery fragrance to me that still has like a dominant almond and vanilla to it. So yeah, it's not a gourmand sort of sweet almond fragrance to me. It's more of like sweet, powdery, cozy, fresh, a little bit sort of fragrance. But yeah, so I'm not quite sure where to put this. Again, I think that my categories are going to get more and more problematic to me. I'm going to have more and more problems with the categories. For now, I'm going to put it here with the other sort of powdery, cozy fragrances because I'm not sure where else I would put it right now. Like, I have this other section over here, but this one is too powdery for this to me. So I'm going to put it down here. I think this went with the stars here. Anyway, I might use it for one of these stars. I like that, you know, that you can actually stand them up with the stand. It'd be nice if they all had that, actually, to be honest. So let's try to do this quickly. Me, the queen of not quick, of slow. Okay, Burberry Her Intense. This is a fragrance that when I first got it, I was underwhelmed by it. But I like it now. It really is like Burberry Her, but it feels a little bit more, it's more syrupy. It's more syrupy, and I think that's why initially I didn't like it. But I do like it. It's not a love. Like, I think if I had to choose between the two, I still prefer the original. But I do like it. I know it's discontinued as well. It's probably a little bit harder to find. For now, I'm not sure where to put it. I'm going to just put it with the other Burberry Her, I think. Let's just wait. That's so airy and nice. This one is definitely more like benzoin and more syrupy. So I'm not sure actually where I would put that. I might actually leave this one here. And I might be, maybe I'll put it with the sweeter fragrances I have over here for now. I'm not sure. Anyway, for now, I'll put it over here. Of course, these sections might change. They probably will. Okay. Let's go for Gucci Bloom. Very potent tuberose, white floral tuberose fragrance. Very love it or hate it. Like, people think this either smells very dated and way too mature, or people love it and they find it, you know, super feminine, uber feminine and ethereal and lovely. I'm more on the side of finding it to be really beautiful and super feminine, but I can see why some people find these kinds of super pure white floral fragrances to be not good. I actually have someone who like came and smelled my whole collection because she was looking for a new fragrance for herself, and this kind of fragrance, like, she cannot tolerate it at all. So I know there's some people that they can't tolerate those, but I love those super white floral fragrances. So I'm going to put it here with my other white floral fragrances. But let's see. This is not. I honestly think I have so many white floral fragrances that I might have to have them in their own section eventually. Here's another, while we're at it, super white floral fragrance. This is Alien Fusion. Alien Fusion. This one does smell a little bit similar to Rouge Malachite and what's the other one? And Dolce & Gabbana, the only one intense, the one in the black bottle. I have the only one intense, which I do really like. I used to love it more than I do now, though. This does smell a little bit like Rouge Malachite, but I've smelled a sample of Rouge Malachite, and I would say that that one is better than this one. Like, I really, really like this one, but Rouge Malachite is one that I would have loved to own. Like, it's beautiful. It's even more beautiful than this one, in my opinion, but it has a little bit of a spiciness to it as well. So for now, I'm going to put it with the other white floral fragrances. You know what? I think I'm going to have to start already kind of separating these out because there's too many differences here. Like, this is starting to get chaotic. This is starting to not make sense to me over here. And this here, I know there's going to be way more being added to this part of the collection. So I will need room. And then this too will need room. So I will have to start changing these shelves. Up here, I'm like, I don't know where to commit, whether I'm committing to evening fragrances, more syrupy, intense fragrances, more white floral fragrances. Like, I don't know why they're all here together. More ambery, dark. I know that that's because, you know what I mean, you guys? This is what I was dreading, was this point in the process where I don't know what to do. And my inclination is to keep going. just keep going until I really need to make a choice here. So let's see. Okay, let's go with, this is Carolina Herrera. I think it's Privée is what it's called. This is a vanilla leather fragrance, and I was really excited to get this one when I got it, but I was always a little bit underwhelmed by it. I don't think I've even talked about it on my channel before. Maybe I have, but definitely not much. And it does smell like a subtle leather vanilla fragrance, but there's something about the vanilla in here that's just not deep enough. That's just not, it's a little bit fuzzy. I don't know how to describe that in any other way than like a little bit of a fuzzy vanilla. I just wish it was deeper, maybe a little bit more balsamic, a little bit more resinous or something. So I'm not sure about this one. I would be very sad to part with it, to be honest, because I think I do have an emotional connection to these Carolina Herrera fragrances, like this line. Like there's anyway, there's a few different fragrances, and one of them I used to be really attached to, and so I thought at some point that I would maybe own like all of them from this line. I don't. This is the only one I own other than the original L'Eau, I think is what it was called. But I don't wear this. So I think, and at the same time, like I probably should try it eventually, but right now I'm not wearing this. So I'm going to put it in the maybe. This is Lolita Lempicka Si, and I bought this a long time ago, I guess. This bottle is probably from 2013, at least. I bought this when I didn't really know what to look for in fragrance. I just knew that I really liked L from Lolita Lempicka, so I wanted to have more from Lolita Lempicka. And I probably got a good deal on it. And I do like this, but I never had like I was never in love with this fragrance, but I do like it, and I have an emotional attachment to it because I've had it for so long. This is a fragrance that I always kind of casually wore without ever having like an intention with it. Like just when I'm heading out the door, and I didn't know what to wear, I would put this on, but I never had like a strong, like, oh my God, I really love this fragrance or anything like that. But I really would like to revisit it now that I have a much more nuanced nose than I did, over a decade ago. I also have, so anyway, I'm definitely keeping this. I just don't really know where to put it, to be quite honest. Maybe for now I will put it in the nostalgic category. I also have See Midnight, which I do think this one I like a little bit more than the other one. Yeah, this has, I think it's sweet pea, which I don't even know what sweet pea smells like, but I think I remember that being one of the main notes in it. But it's also a sweet patchouli fragrance. And I do like this fragrance. I'm going to put it for now in the same section here because I don't know where else to put it right now. And I still need to revisit it because I have not worn it in a long time. Like both of these are, like, how much is there left of this? Okay, about half the bottle left. And a little less than half of this one, or maybe just about half. I do want to revisit these and really understand them better and see if I can have a new appreciation for them. What else do we have here? Okay, we have Lolita Lempicka Sweet. This is a sweet powdery cherry fragrance that definitely shares the DNA with the original Lolita Lempicka fragrance. It's nice, it's sweet, it's playful, it's, as the name implies, it's sweet, but it's not groundbreaking in any way. I do like this though. I don't think this doesn't even deserve to go in the maybe. I don't think. I do like this. At least not now. As I've said before, this is going to be a journey. I don't know how I'm going to feel about keeping all of these fragrances 6 months, 12 months from now. I don't know what my life is going to look like either. Right now, as I've said numerous times before, I'm not wearing fragrance very much these days, which is what makes this kind of a strange experience to do right now, to be organizing all of these fragrances, knowing that I won't be, you know, taking pleasure in them really very much for the foreseeable future. But I do like this. Where do I put it? Sweet, powdery. Like, is it comforting? Kind of. I don't really see it going over here. This is starting to become like n'importe quoi. Like, I don't understand what's going on here. It doesn't make sense to me anymore. But it's definitely not like, is it? It kind of is, though. It is kind of like a sweet, powdery, cozy fragrance. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll put it here for now, even though I would have never thought of putting it next to these other fragrances. I'm just right now in the categories I have, that makes the most sense to me. Yeah. Okay, here's a fragrance that I never wear, but I actually really like. I just never think, I've never thought of reaching for it. It's so different. This is Marc Jacobs Decadence, but not Decadence. Not the original Decadence. Doesn't smell anything like it, actually, I don't think. From what I remember, it's Decadence. Like, which one is it? It's a flanker. Why don't they have the name on Decadence? But it's like, Decadence. Anyway, I'll put the name up on the screen once I find it. But this one totally smells like, it smells like a banana milkshake to me. It's so special and strange in that way. Where I've never smelled that in any other fragrance before. It has to be some kind of floral. And I know that sometimes like ylang can smell like banana. Is there ylang in here? Anyway, so it smells a little bit like a banana milkshake, but it also has a little bit of greenness to it as well, like a subtle green undertone. It's a very unique fragrance to me in my collection. I don't have anything that smells like this. It's a kind of fragrance, like, I really like the smell, and I think if I had very little fragrances in my collection, maybe I would have reached for it. But because I never know when to wear it, or like I've never gravitated towards it, I haven't worn it, but I think this is so interesting. I find this fragrance so interesting, and I have no idea where to put it. I do not associate it to any occasion or anything, maybe because I've only ever like tested it, I think. I don't think maybe I've worn it out a couple times, but I can't remember those occasions, you know what I mean? It's definitely not a super heavy, it's not a super heavy fragrance. The cap, the whole thing is really intense. I don't know how I feel about it. It's kind of cute. I get it's supposed to be like a handbag or something, but it's a little cumbersome. Yeah, I totally would like to try this out sometime, like wearing it when I wear fragrances again. We'll see. But I definitely like smelling it out of the nozzle, just like that. It really brings me back to like banana milkshakes as a kid, like actually banana and milk, you know, banana milkshakes. So I don't really know where to put it, but I feel like it definitely doesn't really go anywhere here, I don't think. Maybe once I wear it, I will find that it does go into this sweet category, but I don't think I'm going to put it in the fruity floral section, even though I don't know that it's a fruity floral exactly, but I get the banana so strongly from it. I'm going to put it in the fruity florals for now. Okay, let's go with Prada Candy Gloss. Is this gloss? Forget the names of all of them, but this is the one that smells like cherry. And I was really excited to get this one. I like the whole Prada Candy line. But this is probably the one that I've worn the least out of the three. I can barely smell it out of the nozzle. I do like this though. I just don't know where to put it. So I put the other Prada candies in the cozy section. I love them both. I have a hard time picking which one between the two that I love the most. This one, I'm like not really sure. I feel like it's like cherry and benzoin, if I remember correctly. I am again not sure where to put it. I might still put it here with the sweet and cozy fragrances. And so far there are 2 cherries here. Okay, let's try to get through this. Here we have Desire, Dolce & Gabbana, the one. This is one that I actually have not had for that long, even though it's long been discontinued from what I understand. I had a small miniature of like 5 mLs that I got a long time ago from Sephora, and I really liked it. So I wanted to get the big size once I came across a good deal, but it doesn't really smell the way I remember it. And at first I thought, like, is it a bad batch or something? But I don't think so. I think it's just that I'm forgetting I don't love peach. It's a very peach dominant fragrance. It has a syrupy quality to it that I think I used to like more than I like now. But it is a pretty feminine, syrupy, sweet, sort of date night fragrance. So I'm not ready to give up on this one quite yet. I'm going to put it here. Okay. Here we have Zadig and Voltaire, Just Rock. If you've been here for a while, you know I love the Zadig and Voltaire line. This is a really good one. It smells like a woody vanilla tuberose. This actually, speaking of banana, has a little bit of a banana tinge to it. Not as obvious as the Divine that I just showed you. The Decadence that I just showed you. I think it's Divine Decadence. I'm not sure. It's not Decadence, the other one. But not that obvious at all. But it is there. But I like the buttery woodiness in here. It's smooth. This is one of those fragrances that you can't really like pinpoint one single dominant note to it. It comes together cohesively into one smooth, comforting fragrance. It's also quite strong. This is a really good everyday sort of fragrance. One of my biggest pet peeves with fragrance, to be honest, is when the bottle is opaque. I know it's not rational, but I don't like not knowing where the liquid is. Like, I don't like not knowing if I'm running low on the fragrance or not. Obviously, I'm not. I feel that it's quite heavy. But it actually steers me away from wearing certain fragrances that have an opaque bottle. I know, it's quite extreme, but it's the truth. Let me know if that happens to you, but it's the truth. I really prefer a translucent bottle where you can at least see how much is left inside of it. I don't know where to put this. I don't know what to do with like the kind of fragrances that are comforting and cozy like this one, but that are more on the woody side, like more woody than musky. Like a lot of these up here are more musky. Not all of them though. So I don't know. Maybe it's time for me to move this shelf down here or next door, because this is like that super fruity fruit bomb fragrance, but like this I'm gonna wear less. It's super strong and fruity. I'm not gonna wear that. Like, I'm not gonna wear that anytime soon. And I think this might be the shelf for those really powerful, super strong fragrances that I don't think I'm gonna be wearing anytime soon. So maybe I will move some of these over here. Here I will have that. I will say it is prettier when all of the bottles are part of the same brand, like the same house. It does look better, I think. So I don't know how I like this so far. We'll see. Okay, so now we have those two more distinct categories. Let's go with another Zadig and Voltaire. This is Us. This one is a very straightforward sandalwood and vanilla fragrance. Smells a little bit synthetic, I think, the sandalwood in here. I mean, obviously most of these are synthetic, but it doesn't smell as natural, is what I mean. I like it. It has a buttery quality to it that can sometimes feel bothersome to me, that I think I used to prefer. I'm not in any place yet to get rid of any of my Zadig and Voltaire, so I'm going to keep that. I just need to figure out where to put this. And again, I might eventually have a category that's just like everyday fragrances. I'm not sure. For now, I think I'm going to keep these actually together. Okay, let's go over here. We have La Nuit, trésor. I think this is À la Folie, right? Yes, this is À la Folie. This one was very popular a few years back. It is discontinued. And honestly, originally, like I was definitely a original La Nuit Trésor EDP fan. That was my favorite. This one did not quite do it for me. I have since started liking it more over the past couple of years. It's heavy on this like benzoin, dark vanilla bean sort of scent. It does still smell like La Nuit Trésor, but it's a little less complex. La Nuit Trésor is so beautiful. The original, I find, it has like fruitiness, it has vanilla, it has woods, but it has this deep incense quality that I love about it as well. But I do like this much more than when I first got it. It's definitely a typical date night sort of fragrance, evening fragrance. So I'll put it there for now. Let's finish with the Zadigs that are here. This is Love. This one is a violet take. It might have ginger as well. I think it might have ginger as well. I did a whole comparison video of all of these, but This Is Us is a lot more basic. Like This Is Us is that buttery sandalwood and vanilla. This Is Love has powdery violets a little bit and a little bit of that warm spicy ginger in there as well. And originally this was my favorite of the other little flankers, like aside from the original This Is Her and Just Rock. I think this one was my favorite. There's something in these though that bothers me a little bit that didn't used to bother me. There's something. I'm not sure quite what it is, but it's enough for me to not choose them when I'm looking for that type of fragrance. Like I said, not ready to let go of either one of these, but I'm going to put them there with the others as you can Voltaire. Okay, these I've also reviewed on my channel before, and these very special Viva la Juicy editions that are more like a Middle Eastern release, I think. And I very rarely have worn them in the past couple of years. And I think my favorite used to be this one, Glistening Amber. But in that time, there's something that I don't like about, in general, I have, in the last few years, fallen a little bit out of love of these like very sweet amber sort of fragrances. Even like, I hate to say it, but like Olympia Intense. It's a very, very sweet ambery vanilla fragrance. And there's something about it that becomes cloying to me. And I get that in here as well. But I remember that I really loved this when I first got it. For now, though, I'm like not sure. I'm not sure. I think I should leave it in the I'm not sure category, even though I don't know that I'm actually going to get rid of these. And Majestic Woods was a close second. And I actually think I prefer this one now over the Glistening Amber. Yeah. This is quite nice. If you like a deep, woody, slightly oudy sort of vanilla, it's very nice. Definitely quite unisex. Definitely not like anything else in the Viva La Juicy line. I don't know if I put them all in the I'm not sure, or if I just keep them for now and put them in their own sections. I feel so conflicted. Like I don't want to get rid of these. I feel like maybe I should only put in the maybe piles the ones that I'm really like, I've thought of letting go. I don't know. Maybe all the ones that, you know, I'm just not sure, I can leave in the maybe, yeah. And this one was always like my least favorite, Royal Rose, but I'm not like a super big rose fan to begin with. It needs to be done a certain way. This is like rose and incense, and that sounds kind of nice, but it can smell a little bit like a dusty antique rose or something. I'm not sure. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm just going to put these in the I'm not sure category right now. I think they're also hard to find properly, like probably. For now, I'm going to put them in I'm not sure. Okay, let's go with Black Opium Nuit Blanche. Speaking of hard to find, pretty sure this is very hard to find. This is the Black Opium that has a rice and milk note in it. It smells like Black Opium, but its corners are shaved down. It doesn't have as much of that prominent licorice in it. It's definitely smoother. It's creamier. Yeah, it has less pokey edges coming out at your nose. I like this. It's very, very, very easy to wear. And I will put it with the sweet, pretty much all designer date night fragrances, which I seem to have a lot of, and I will probably have to move this shelf again. Okay, so let's go here. We have Valentino Voce Viva. This is the Voce Viva Intense. And then we have the original. Yes. This is a very, I'll start with the original, very orange blossom forward, sweet vanilla fragrance. I think it can smell a little bit screechy sometimes, and I think for some people as well. I have grown to really like this though. There's nothing groundbreaking about it. There's nothing very special about it, but that's also kind of what I like about it. My partner does like this on me as well. I have worn this when I just want to smell nice. I want to smell sweet, a little bit vanilla-y, but also white floral. But again, it's that orange blossom white floral, which can be a little high-pitched sometimes, as opposed to things like jasmine or tuberose. But I like this. And at first I thought that I would like the Intense more, which I think has a little bit more vanilla. It has some oak moss in it as well. But I have worn this one more than the Intense. I also have the travel sizes of both. So I think I've worn actually the travel sizes more than the full fragrances. I think the bottle is really nice as well too. But actually the fragrance doesn't really go with the bottle, because the bottle makes it seem edgier, you know, and more, I don't know, edgier. Yeah, with the studs, and yeah, it's not very edgy. It's quite classic. It's quite an innocent fragrance, to be honest. But I do like it. I don't know where to put it though, because it's not a soft, cozy fragrance. I could maybe put it with the date night fragrances, but it's more, I don't know. See, I have some fragrances like this where I do not know where to put them for now, because I'm running out of space on this shelf. I'm going to have to change things up here again. I'm going to put it here for now with like the Born in Roma vanilla. It's, you know what I mean? It doesn't smell like that, but it's a little bit generic in that way. But sometimes you want something like that. And this does that well. And the Intense too is not different enough to be in a different category. It's a little bit of a deeper vanilla. There's something slightly earthier about it, but it's a little bit more grounded, but not enough for it to be a completely different category. So those will both be there for now. Yeah. Then we have Twilly d'Hermes. I really love this fragrance. This is a bright, gingery, very gingery. White floral fragrance. It might also have some orange blossom. It's just all about the ginger to me. It's very bright. Probably has some patchouli in there as well. It's very zesty. It tickles my nose. It's a little bit earthy. It smells sophisticated to me. I don't have anything else like this, but I really love the Hermes fragrances. I don't have any other ones in my collection at the time except for Elixir des Merveilles, but I did have, what's the one that I had? Oh yeah, I had my late teens. Yeah, throughout my late teens, I went through a bottle of, which one is it? The one that's Méditerranée. What is it called again? Is it un jardin en Méditerranée? I think it's that. The one that's Méditerranée. Anyway, I really loved that fragrance. There is a DNA in Hermes that's very sophisticated, timeless. It's not, they don't make overly sweet fragrances. They don't make these super syrupy, sweet fragrances that we see all over here. They do kind of smell a little bit more refined. And I really like this one. I think it might be jarring for people who are not used to those kinds of fragrances in the designer world, but I love it. And the times that I've worn this, I just felt really good. I don't know. It's not something I would wear for a date night. It's not something I would wear when I don't want to be smelled at all, because you will be smelled. It's not a powerhouse, but it's not soft and cozy and demure either. But it feels like a confident fragrance. It feels like an uplifting fragrance, a really great daytime fragrance. And definitely at the same time, even though it's uplifting, I'm not going to wear this in the summer. Like, this is a great spring fragrance. It's a great transitional fragrance. You could wear it all year, but I'm not like a lot of like uplifting sort of bright fragrances I might wear in the summer. This is not, I don't think summer when I'm smelling this. Maybe spring though. Yeah. It's a great transitional fragrance. Where am I going to put this? Like, I have no idea where to put this. Does not go with the other fragrances in my collection. I have so many fragrances like that, not so many, but like there's a lot of fragrances that I have a plethora of that type of fragrance in my collection, you know? And then there's fragrances like this where I don't have many fragrances like this that I can think of. So I don't know where to put this right now. Really don't. I'm going to put it here on its own because I'm not sure what to do with it right now. Okay. This is Alien Essence Absolue, which I have decanted in here. I am not a die-hard Alien Essence Absolue fan. I think it smells really nice. But do I think it's overhyped? Honestly, probably. I know, blasphemous to some, I'm sure. But I do really like it. I don't wear it very often. It is more of like a deep resinous balsamic fragrance to me. So I'm going to put it there. Definitely more evening. Even though, like, you know, I've totally worn these fragrances in the daytime. It's just to differentiate them from the ones that I definitely probably only wear in the daytime, if you know what I mean. Okay. let's see. Okay, let's go with number 5 by Chanel. This was gifted to me by my partner a few years ago, 2021, 22 maybe. And I really like this fragrance. This definitely holds memories for me. This reminds me of my mother, which is not necessarily like a good thing, but I get good memories of her because I don't know, I associate it to my childhood. I remember she had a bottle of number 5. It was the only perfume she had for a while. And this is what I smelled on her. And it was definitely like a going out thing, like a festive sort of fragrance for her. But now when I smell it, I'm like, oh, that smells, I don't know. It's not a party fragrance to me. It's like cozy, and not cozy like any of the other fragrances I have. It's woody, it's powdery, it's very aldehydic. It's a little bit earthy. I think it's the kind of fragrance where if you don't have memories attached to it, it might be a confusing fragrance. Like, it doesn't smell like anything that is made today. It does not smell like anything modern. But it's timeless in the sense that, like, I don't know. I think if you're older than like 35 years old, I don't know, you've probably smelled this in your childhood at least. So in that sense, it's timeless. Like, I smell it and it smells like memories. And I don't know where to put this. I'm going to put it, where am I going to put this? You know what? I'm going to put it with the cozy, powdery fragrances for now. Yep, totally. That's totally where I'm going to put it. Totally where I'm going to put it. Okay, let's go. Here we have another Zadig and Voltaire, but this one is Girls Can Do Anything in a very different kind of bottle. And this is another one that, like, sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't like it. It has a bright pear in it that's juxtaposed with a very powdery base. I think it might have tonka bean in there. Like, honestly, sometimes I think it smells like a baby powder and a juicy pear. A juicy pear and baby powder from the nozzle. I don't want to spray it right now. I'm sure if I sprayed it, I would find more nuances to it right now. But for right now, I'm like, where do I put this? It is more of a cozy fragrance to me. A cozy, powdery fragrance. But not necessarily like a gourmand, cozy, powdery fragrance. So I'm going to keep it here for now. And I'll put it more on this end rather than this end because it is more sweet than these fragrances. It's not super sweet, but it's more sweet. So not that this is sweet either, you know, but this is more of like that cozy, powdery vibe. These are a little bit more woody, I would say. Okay, let's see. Okay, these are a couple fragrances that I decanted from some minis. So this one, I think, is Narciso Rodriguez Ambre or Ambre. Yeah, it smells so good. I really like this. It was just a tiny little amount that I have in there. I really like that, though. It's like a yellow floral, summery, slightly vanilla-y fragrance. A little bit lactonic as well in that yellow floral, lactonic sort of way. Yellow floral. Forget what it's in it. I think it has some ylang in there. Or maybe it has, what is that other one there? I'm forgetting what floral that is. Oh, it's not ylang, but the other one there. Darn, I'm forgetting. But anyway, I do really like this. If I had the full bottle, I would like it. See how dark it got? That's from the vanilla. So there is some vanilla in there. Yeah, it's a summery fragrance. And then this is Si Passione, I think. Yeah, Armani Si Passione. And I do not have any of the other C's other than Fury, which I've shown you before. But this one, I don't know where to put it either. I don't have a full bottle. I didn't want a full bottle. Actually, you can see that this one I didn't really use up much. And then this one, I basically used it all up. I would not get rid of this. You know, it's just this tiny amount. But it's a fruity fragrance, but it has like a fuzzy quality to it, a powderiness to it that I don't really love. It's not like a smooth powderiness. It's a little bit fuzzy to me. It's a little bit sharp. And yeah, that's why I did not end up getting a full bottle of this one. But for now, I think I'll just put it with the fruity florals. And then let's see what else we have. We're almost done this table. This is all we have left. And then we can open some boxes. Okay, we have Kenzo World Power. I think this is Power, right? And this is that salty, caramelized vanilla almost, but it's not as sweet as like Olympia Intense. It is nice. I think it has cypress in it. It has some kind of like herbal or aromatic note in it. Different kind of woodsy note. I think it's cypress. I have not worn this very much. You can probably tell, but I think it's the kind of fragrance where I would end up reaching with for other fragrances instead of this one, like Olympia Intense. But I'm not going to get rid of this. Where do I put this? It's like a very ambery sort of fragrance too. Where do I put this? But it's sweet. It's not quite as sweet though as the other sweet fragrances. I'm just not sure exactly where to put it. But I think that I'm going to have to put these sweet fragrances elsewhere. Maybe I will put it with, for now I'm going to put it over here. Yes, this shelf does not make sense to me either right now. We will figure it out. Okay. This is Chloe. Which one is this one? Okay, this one I actually got as a, what do you call it? I was so excited. It was the first time that I actually was able to redeem my Sephora points for something that was actually exciting. Everything's always sold out, if you know, you know, on Sephora for the rewards. And I was so excited and I couldn't believe that I got this. I was expecting to get an email saying like, oh, it was a mistake, but no, I really was able to redeem my points for this. And I was kind of excited because I don't have a Chloe perfume. This one though is, I forget what the name is of it exactly. It's like a watery version. It's like a watery version of Chloe and it smells nice enough. It smells nice enough. It smells a little bit shampoo-y. It's like a shampoo-y rose. It's not groundbreaking in any way. It's nice. It's slightly floral, a little bit woody, daytime appropriate, that kind of fragrance. And yeah, like where the heck am I going to put this? I guess I'm going to put it over here for now. Now, let's take all of these and put them here. Oops. And after this, we get to open some boxes. Okay, so let's start with Burberry Brit. This is the floral edition. Sheer, I think Brit Sheer. It's like a woody floral musk. It's like floral. It's really nice and It's really nice and sheer. I really like this. Like, you can't tell that I wore it that much. I haven't had it that long either, but I really liked to wear this. When I went to a public gym, I would have worn it, and also just out of the shower, summertime as well. Just really nice, easy breezy, no fuss, sort of light, floral, fresh, slightly musky, slightly woody fragrance. What does it say? Oh, there you go. Floral, eau de toilette. A sensuous, fruity floral fragrance. Orchard fruits, dewy lilac, ambery woods. There you go. I don't remember what fruits are in here, but really nice, fresh, fruity. I'm going to put it here. Now, okay, some more nostalgia. Both of these Narciso Rodriguez fragrances, we have the For Her, the original. When I first got this was like my, okay, I want to be a grown woman fragrance. I got this when I was 25 years old, I think. And yeah, when I first got it, I could not relate to it. It didn't smell like anything else I had worn before. But I had a lot less fragrances, obviously. And I was just like, I want to try to love this. I want to try to get to know it, you know, and I wore it, and I inevitably associated memories from that time to this fragrance. And it really reminds me of a time when I was just really becoming more of myself and becoming a woman, and it feels very nostalgic. It's hard for me to wear it now, even though it's a beautiful fragrance. I still love it. It just really reminds me of like my 25 to 27-year-old self. I also wore this at the time, but a little bit less so. This is the Eau de Parfum, which smells very similar, to be honest, but it has a nice rose added to it. It has some rose added to it, which at the time, rose definitely didn't really feel like me. It felt a little bit too dainty and delicate, but it honestly smells very close to it, to the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette does not have that rose, though. I love both of them. This one feels, again, I hate that I can't tell where it is, but it definitely feels like it's on the emptier side. This feels like it's on the fuller side. It's probably like there. This one is probably like this. Yeah, it really feels quite... I wonder if I can see. No, I can't tell at all, but it really feels almost empty. And this one feels like it has, I don't know, but like definitely more than half, I think. Anyway, I love these fragrances. I don't know exactly where to put them. Like, I want to put them over here, but they're not really like those. Maybe, I'm wondering if I should maybe put them there, like with these fragrances. These like more musky, woody, floral musk. Those are kind of, yeah, maybe I will put them there. Okay, now what else do we have? Okay, this is actually the Rouge cube, the red cube. That's called Rouge, I think. But just in this like limited edition or different kind of bottle. And this is very heavy on the iris. It has vanilla in it as well. Oh, hard to open. Very, very, very powdery. This is the one that is harder for me to wear out of the 3 cubes. This is the one that is the hardest one for me to wear, I think. And I think I was really surprised. I thought this one would be the easiest one to wear because I think it has some vanilla in it as well. But anyway, it's very heavy on that powdery iris quality. It still goes in this section, absolutely. It's that super powdery, comforting fragrance. It's very strong. I find all of these fragrances very strong, and I know people say like, oh, it's not. I'm honestly, I'm so surprised when people talk about some of these fragrances that I find very strong, and they say, oh, it doesn't last. And I honestly think most of that is people going anosmic to their own fragrances, because these are very, very strong, and people are so used to spraying themselves with 10, 12 sprays. And I remember when I first started wearing fragrance, like I would wear 1, maybe 2 sprays, and I could definitely smell myself, and I would smell it on my clothes for days. And it's because I wasn't, you know, wearing out my nose and my senses. And other people that don't wear fragrances can definitely smell us. They can smell you. And then we have Santal Musc. And this one, it says Eau de Parfum Intense too. This one I have not worn very much. I think that when I got this, by that time I had already had I had my fill of sandalwood fragrances. This is very strong sandalwood. It's heavier on the sandalwood than on musk. It smells very buttery, similar in the buttery quality, actually, as like the buttery quality that I was getting in this one. But this smells more intense. Definitely smells more intense. I think, you know, there you go. I will put it right there with the very woody fragrances. Okay. Oh my goodness. We finished the table. We just have these maybes right here. Next video, we are going to start. I'm going to open the boxes. Thank you so much for being here with me today. This was part 3. I have a lot of work to do here still. So much work to do here. Still, thank you for joining me. I know it's a little chaotic. Some things might not make sense, like this shelf right here, but it will eventually, hopefully. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care of yourself. I'll see you in part 4.